Hey, what's up, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
No limit to the limit. Welcome to Marriage Bootcamp. No limit to the limit with Robert and Vicky Bell. I thought I told you. No limit to the limit, for better or for worse. No limit to the limit, for richer or poor. No limit to the limit in sickness and health. I thought I told you to love and cherish until death do you part. 1 + 1 =
1.
2 is bigger, but it's
Still 1.
1 1,000, but 2
10,000.
Team Bell, Rob and Vicky Bell, Hot 702.5.
We out. Welcome to Marriage Bootcamp with Vicky and Robert Bell on Hot 702.5 FM, Risky Radio.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Time for us to go to work, baby. You know we gotta go to work. I like it when you're doing what you're doing, girl. Next time, we got to. Hey, come here, girl. Listen. To the baby, hey, okay. Done something I never seen before. So baby, run it back from the dance once more. To the baby, hey, okay. Done something I never seen before. So baby, run it back from the dance once more. Then baby, got it going in the living room. Music and wine seem to put you in a good mood. Got something that'll fit that little attitude. Talking all the kinky things I'm gonna do to you. On your body, I'ma go to work. Blow out the candle, that's my dessert. To know that you was thinking all the same things. Girl, that was magic what you did to me. I told her, baby, hey, okay. Done something I never seen before. So baby, run it back from the dance once more. So the baby, hey, okay. Done something I never seen before. So baby, run it back from the dance once more. Yeah, y'all wouldn't believe what she did. The girl was so crazy. She did so many things I had never even seen before. It was like, wow. She amazing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Listen, y'all, she bad. And little mama came out strutting in her lingerie. Private show, baby, gonna rip the runway. And she poured me a double out of Hennessy. Told me, baby, I've been waiting on you all day. Took my hand just to lay me down. Started rubbing my whole body down. To know that she was 10 steps ahead of me. Girl, it was magic what you did to me. I told her, baby, hey, okay. Done something I never seen before. So baby, run it back from the dance once more. So the baby, hey, okay. Done something I never seen before. So baby, run it back from the dance once more.
Let me say that was brought to you once more by Robert L. straight out of Cleveland, currently in Vegas. Robert L. once more, a nice hot song for your Valentine's weekend, something to kick off your Valentine's weekend with. Just once more, girl. Can you give it to me just once more? That's Robert L., my man from Cleveland, currently residing here in Vegas. Look him up on all your platforms. Robert L. once more.
All right, all right, all right. That was a nice tune, boy. You looking for something to play on Valentine's Day? That's it. That's it. That is it. My name is Vicky Bell, and I'm the co-host of Marriage Bootcamp / Marriage Warfare, and we would like to welcome you. This is a platform created to support those who are striving for a marriage mindset, a foundation for building and strengthening and thriving in your relationship. We're two divorcees that came together and wanted to do it right the second time around and wanted to create a platform for others to do it the second time around or the first time around better. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, getting the same results. And we tried. My husband and I, at 28 years, we used to go to marriage conferences, read books, and do everything that we could to make our marriage work this time around. With that being said, that's when we developed Marriage Bootcamp. Now we're here to share our experiences, our lessons, and insights to help you navigate with intention through your relationship with resilience and love. Whether you're starting out or rebuilding or simply looking to grow, welcome to this place of transformation. And I want to introduce my husband to you, Robert Bell, of 28 years.
Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is in this wonderful city of Las Vegas. We kicking off this Valentine's Day weekend, sending out love to everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Marriage Bootcamp with the Bell on Hot 702.5 Risky Radio. I hope on this Valentine weekend y'all do some risky things. As you continue to rekindle your love.
As you listen to Risky Radio.
As you listen to Risky Radio, remember my man Robert L. once more. Look him up on all the platforms. The man he's doing his thing out there. Independent artist. He could use your love and support. And as we jump into this marriage boot camp today, Lady Bell, I promise you, I'm going to stick to the notes. You said a few things in your introduction, but I'm focused and I'm going to stick to the notes. I know. I'll be jumping off the notes, but we're going to jump back into this thing on this Valentine's Day weekend on marital myths or truths.
That's right.
The stuff that we have heard, the stuff that we have seen, what's right, what's wrong, what should I do, what shouldn't I do, what should I believe, what shouldn't I believe.
That part.
It's not what I say. Not what I do is what I say. That's what Mama used to always say.
Don't do as I say. Don't do as I do. Do as I say.
That part. So we heard some things about marriage, and we seen some things about marriage, and you'd be like, oh no, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Yes, this is what you're supposed to do. Oh no, this is what I'm supposed to do. No, don't do that. Eat the meat.
And throw away the bones.
Spit out the bones. But, hey, after you hear it, eat it and spit out the bones. So, Lady Bell, let's jump into some of these marital truth, marital myth. I heard this. What do you think about that? I heard this. Lady Bell, I'm just going to briefly say happy wife, happy life. We're going to jump on that one to recap on that one. What do you think about that happy wife, happy life?
I don't agree with happy wife, happy life, because if the wife is happy and everybody else in the house is not happy, that is not a happy house.
Okay.
So we got to have balance. Everybody have to be happy.
Everybody has to be happy. Okay, Lady Bell, I'm jumping into deep right now.
Okay, go deep.
Because when people get married and you young ladies, y'all start dating. You start dating and you're looking for a good guy, and you be like, marital myth or truth? How does he treat his mama? How do he treat his mama? Should a young lady be looking for her future spouse, the guy she's courting, dating, and looking for a future with him, how he treats his mama? What you think about that?
I think that is a good indication, how he treats his mom. If how he may treat you, because if he just doesn't take care, if he doesn't look out for his mom, how is he going to look out for you?
Is that a definitely go to how he treats his mama?
I think it's definitely a measuring tool. How does he treat his mom? If he dog his mom and just don't do right by his mother, what is he going to do to you?
But why? But why don't he? If he's mistreating his mother, he don't have a good relationship with his mother, why?
That's a good question.
So if we're going to use that as as a measuring chart on how he treats his mama.
Then that's a topic of conversation. Okay, why do you treat your mom like that? Why?
And what is the relationship with his mom?
Right, and how did the relationship get like that?
Right, because it'll go real quick. It'll go from how do he treat his mom? Oh, he treats his mom good. He has a great relationship with his mama. To now he's a mama's boy. It'll go real left. He loves his mother in this, and then next thing you know, you married. Well, I have to check with my mama. My mama said. Or you know the thing, he go pick up his mama and he tell his wife to get in the back seat.
No.
Are you gonna get in the back seat?
No.
You're not gonna get in the back seat?
No.
Should the wife have to get in the back seat? Your opinion. Do you think the wife should have to get in the back seat?
Now wait a minute. Now if there's some health issues and all that going on, then absolutely I'll hop in the back. You know, it just depends on the situation.
Mama is healthy. Mama is jazzy.
Then mama can get in the
Mama
back.
got some pep to her step. But when mama comes up to the car, she walks up to the passenger side and be like, honey, let me in the front seat.
Nah.
That's a mama's boy?
Yeah.
Or is he treating his mama good?
I think when you get married, everybody has their place. And a husband and a wife, and you sitting in the front in the car, your mother-in-law walks up and tell you to get in the back seat. Why?
Because that's my son.
Then no.
That's my son, and I want to be in the front seat with my son.
And that's up to the son to say, Ma, you got to get in the back. My wife's sitting up front.
That's up to the husband to say. Mm-hmm. That's for the husband to get out and open up the back door and say, have a seat, mama. Mm-hmm. Get comfortable, mama. Mm-hmm. Unless, you know, like summertime when we go get your mom, mm-hmm. you know, your mama jumping, you know, sometimes you'll drive and I'll jump in the back seat. Mm-hmm. You know, but that's probably another marital myth. I shouldn't even say that you drive, because you know now ladies in 2025 are passenger princess. A woman should not be driving. But see, the thing about how he treats his mom, I want to stay focused. How he treats his mom, are you based on looking at him as he going to make a good husband or not? You don't know what type of relationship he had with his mom.
Yeah.
So he could have tension in his relationship with his mom because of how she treated him.
Yeah, that could be, but then that's a conversation that you guys should have had ahead of time before you go get her and she's standing there getting ready to get in the car.
No, I'm not talking about getting in the car. Okay. I'm just talking about in general.
Okay.
If you base it on, we said, how does he treat his mama? You're gonna base your relationship on him, on how he treats his mama. You know, first of all, you got to understand the relationship with his mama. But you know what my biggest problem with that?
What?
You'll hear women say, when you're looking for a man, see how he treats his mama. Mm-hmm. But you never hear the men say, well, how does she treat her mama? How do her and her mama gets along? Mm-hmm. Hey, I had 8 siblings, 7 sisters. Mm-hmm. That mama-daughter dynamic is That mama-daughter dynamic is a whole nother level. So y'all looking at how do he treat his mama? How do you treat your mama? How do your mama treat you? Mm-hmm. So not only that aspect is you looking at how well, I want to show her that I love my mama and I treat my mama good and this and that. Or you might come correct from the beginning. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to take you to meet my mama. Me and my mama haven't had the greatest relationship growing up. Mm-hmm. Regardless of what it is, it might be some resentment there. You know, she might have been a single mom raising her kids, working 2 or 3 jobs. She might have dropped them off here, dropped them off there, mm-hmm. dropped them off over here. Hey, when we first met, that's why I had great respect for you. You wasn't one of them women that, you know, I say, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that. No, this is the work week. I got to get, my kids got homework to do. My kids going to do their homework, and then we going to bed. Mm-hmm. This girl will go to bed at 7 o'clock.
8:30.
7 o'clock.
8:30.
I'll give you 7:30. 7:30 in Cleveland in the middle of August. In the middle of August, when it's still 95 degrees outside, she's in the bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock. 8. Vicky, you never stayed up till 8. I would call you at 7:30, and you said I was asleep. So the dynamic is what was the dynamics of him and his mother growing up? Was she one of those? Did he have a bunch of uncles growing up? You know what I mean? Uncle, oh, that's just your uncle. So you got to understand the dynamic. Or if he got a great relationship with his mom and he treats her great, but she don't. But has she raised him as a son or as a husband? We don't been in a lot of situations where you hear women say, "Nobody's coming before my son," and now you're coming to this man's life, and now mama is having resentment towards you because you're taking my son, my husband from me. That's my son. That's my baby. Woman, this boy 30 years old. What do you mean your baby? So he might have been raised with that shelter where it's just him and his mom.
Yeah.
She's single, her only child. She loving on this boy, caring for this boy. He been there. Son, is just me and you.
And that's been the focus.
And that's been her focus.
Their relationship.
Yeah. And now she critiquing and scoping every woman that comes into his life. And now she wants to give you, and you admired that. Oh, they got a great relationship. And then boom, when mama see it getting serious, now mama tripping.
Yeah.
So he can have a bad relationship with his mom because of the way she brought him up, or she could be that overbearing mom where now he's a teenager. My man. This my hey. Remember we was in that we would go to that marriage class, and we talked, and the one lady got up and explained about how I think the topic in the class was who comes first, your children or
your spouse,
your children or your spouse. But the question was phased in two different ways. Even if you're biological family. Who comes first? My wife spends a lot of time with the kids, and the kids come first, and this and that. She spends time with the kids, blase, and the husband's complaining. But then you got blended family where you got the man complaining. Well, she treats her kids, she treats her son better than she treats me. And remember the one lady said, "Well, I'm never getting married because nobody's coming before my son." And remember I said to her, how old is your son? My son is 32. So your son is 32, grown and gone. Yeah, I'm never getting married because nobody's coming before my son. See, so you got, that. How do he treat his mama? No, not only how do he treat his mama, find out the dynamics of their relationship and what kind of relationship do she have with her mother? Because like I said, I grew up with 7 sisters, and I think by the time they graduated and was 18 and 19, they was gone because my mama wasn't no joke. Mae Jean was the queen of the house. Her rules was her rules. You had to follow her rules. Excuse my French, but my mama said, I'm the queen bitch up in this joint. And if you want to be the queen, you need to go you need to go get your own place. My mama wasn't no joke when it came to being the boss bee in her house. So that's something you have to discuss.
Definitely.
I like this one, lady. But I'm just, these are just random myths, and this is a deep one too, because people think that it's gonna. We had this discussion in the class one time too. Sex will get boring. Sex will. That ain't too deep for you, is it? Okay, you all right? That ain't too deep for you. Is you ready?
I'm putting my seatbelt on.
Sex will get boring. Hey. Sex is like anything else. It's what you make it. It's what you make it. Everything is going to always. It's always the line of communication. Can it get boring? Can it get boring? Can it get restless? Hey, let me say we'll get boring, and then they say, "Oh, well, we went from a boring marriage to a sexless."
Marriage.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
SEXLESS.
Yes.
That means no sex. So can sex get boring? I think it's gonna fluctuate. Like I said, you gotta keep the thrill in the marriage. You gotta keep the fire burning. You gotta keep it exciting. Just like even we played that music. Once more, hey, he said, hey, baby, what you gonna do tonight? Oh, y'all, did you see what the girl did? You got to keep it exciting. We call it the before play, before the foreplay. You can't wait until you get in the bed to start playing with that girl. You got to have the before play. What is the before play, before the foreplay? What does she like to do? We like to dance. We go out dancing. To me, that's foreplay. That's foreplay, dancing and laughing on the dance floor, moving around on the dance floor, getting the juices flowing, getting the bones. That is the tenderizer in the moisturizer. What is the before play, before the foreplay? You cannot let your sex get boring. You just can't wait until 8 o'clock every night. Do you want to do something? Do you want to do something? Do you want some? Yeah, I want some. And you get in the bed and just do at the same old position.
A one,
a two, the same old thing. Now, we're empty nesters. We've been empty nesters for almost 18 years now.
Has it been that long?
We're like Adam and Eve.
Oh,
if you know anything about Adam and Eve, they lived in a garden of Eden. They were butt naked. So if you stay married long enough, you raise those kids and send them on their way, your house should become, do sex get boring, your house should become the Garden of Eden. Now, in the Bible, Lady Bell, let me throw these little Bible stuff out there for my Bible believers in my Bible. They said they had all kinds of fruits in the garden, and they said you can eat of all the fruits except for this one. So you're in the garden, and you're butt naked, and you can partake of all the fruits. She's butt naked. Your sex life should not get boring. She's butt naked. You can partake of all the fruit you like.
You know, for my Bible readers and Bible believers, read the Song of Solomon in the Message version of the Bible.
She said, come into my garden. My rivers are flowing. My spring is overflowing. Come into my garden. They were butt naked in the garden. Don't let it get boring. Yeah, you're going to go through some times. You're going to go through some stagnant times.
And you may have some health issues.
And you may have some, when we talk about sex, we're talking about partake. We believe that every healthy couple, he's healthy, she's healthy, not just physically healthy, but mentally healthy.
That's right.
Your mind got to be strong. Not just I'm physically capable of doing it. Girl, what do you mean? Why are you always tired? Why are you always stressed out? Why are you always saying no? So you got to find out, are you okay mentally? Do you still desire me? I want some. Do you want some? Do not be boring. It don't have to get boring. Don't just do it every night at 8 o'clock.
And you know what? In today's society, I'll call it modern times, today's society, the woman is out here working, the man is out here working. And if you all have kids, it's going to take both of you to hold down the house so that she has the energy to have bedroom aerobics with you. I mean, if you get home before she does, start dinner, help the kids with their homework, do something to take the load off of her so that she will be in the mood to have bedroom aerobics with you.
Bedroom aerobics. You said do something. Lady Bell, that's the before the foreplay.
Yeah.
Your sex life don't have to get boring, dude. The before the foreplay. This weekend, this Valentine's Day weekend, wash the dishes. Sweep and mop the floors. Do the laundry. Everything that you're doing, you're relieving her.
That's
now
right.
Now she can't come home and say, I gotta do the dishes. Done. I gotta wash the clothes. Done. The kids need homework. Done. The floors are mopped. Everything been dusted. Now all you have to do is me. You have nothing to do but me. I got time to today. Do you got time? Because you ain't got to do no dishes. You ain't got to wash no clothes. You ain't got to sweep or mop. The before the foreplay. You just can't keep waiting to do at 8 o'clock at night and doing your 1, 2.
A 1, a 2.
A 2. You got to take her around the block. Remember when you was young, you did it in the back seat. You did the tenderizing and moisturizing. Remember when you were 15, 16 in the movie theaters? You can't do that kind of stuff now. That's called public indecency now. So you can't do it now. But when you were 15 or 16, you can let your hands wander. Put
the kids to bed and turn on Netflix.
Before the foreplay. Take her on vacation. Take her on vacation. Do you know what sand will do when she sees sand? Do you know what them blue skies would do when she see those blue skies? Do you know what that blue ocean would do when she see that blue ocean? Do you know what you call the suite? When she walk into that suite, do you know what that would do? It's called the tenderizer and the moisturizer. Your sex life don't have to be boring. Oral sex is oral sex is all right. Me talk about oral sex, lady, but I'm not going where you think I'm going. Oral sex says, girl, we need to talk. We need to talk. Oral sex, they say oral sex is when you use your mouth. We need to talk about some things. So open up. You want your sex life getting boring? Have some oral sex. We need to talk. You see something you want to jump on, Lady Bell?
Marriage makes you whole. We'll just keep going down.
Marriage makes you whole. Mm-hmm. We used to hear that thing. You have to hurt people. You have to heal yourself. You have to be healed. She has to be healed. You can't bring your baggage in, and he got baggage. You gotta organize your baggage. Mm-hmm. You know how you see people. You know how you see people, and sometimes you see people at the airport. People at the airport, and their baggage might be too heavy. Yeah, and so they got to remove some stuff. Yeah, but the baggage still going. You just got to remove some stuff. Uh-huh. You know how sometimes when people got to remove some stuff, or they open up their baggage and it look like they just thrown their stuff in there. Yeah, no, you got to organize your baggage. You just can't go into this. You just can't go on vacation. I'm taking this and taking that and taking that. And then when you get on vacation, you looking for stuff. No, if you got to organize it, you got to organize the stuff. You're going to have some baggage. Yep. So do marriage make you whole? I think to a certain degree. You always say, well, you're my everything. Well, you are my everything. It's where I am weak, you are strong. Mm-hmm. So those weak areas in my life, part of choosing you thought it was just because you was pretty? Part of choosing you was because those areas that I was weak in, I knew you had me. Those areas that I was lacking in, I knew you had me. So it made me better. It made me, what I was saying earlier, writer. It may be better. So do it make you whole? I think in a sense it makes you whole. Mm-hmm. But I think I think those areas of weakness you have to choose. If me and you both strong in this area and we both lacking here, mm-hmm. Like the one spender and one saver. If we're both spenders, we'll be financially ruined. Yeah. Somebody got to be like, no. Somebody got to say no. We just can't live recklessly financially.
I got a story. I was a branch manager, and there was this pastor that came in my branch, and as you all see, Robert's more outgoing and talkative and everything. So he said, I really need you to come to my church. I just want to meet your husband and shake his hand. I thought, you don't want to meet my husband and shake his hand. Oh, my goodness. And years later, he met you and shook your hand. Yeah. Oh,
and never invited me back again.
Because I was soft-spoken. I don't know what the pastor thought, but I knew my husband wasn't soft spoken. So where I am weak, you are strong.
And I think, and I like that marriage makes you whole. I think it should be like I was saying earlier. You dot my I's, you cross my T's, and you feeling. Sometimes like what's those questions? You might have a question, you might take a test, and it might be multiple choice,
or fill in the blank.
Hey girl, hey, okay, help me fill this in, and you can fill in the blank. So I think you got to find equally yoked is filling my weaknesses. I'm filling your weaknesses. You filling my weaknesses. You're being my strength. I'm being your strength. And you covering my weaknesses. I'm covering your weaknesses. That'll make us 1 + 1 = 1. Mm-hmm. That's God's math.
Yes, it is.
That's God's math of not making you whole, but becoming whole. Mm-hmm. And I think this is a great one to jump into after this. We need to keep our marital problems
to ourselves.
Marital truth or myth. We need to keep our marital problem to ourselves. These are just our answers. These are just our opinions. These are just our experiences. Mm-hmm. Keeping can I say something? Then I want you to jump in. You know my answer to that. Keeping our marital problem to ourselves. No. Mm-mm. You don't blast it on social media.
No.
You don't blast it to the world. But you can't keep your marital problem to yourself, because we back on those vows on this Valentine's Day weekend. The vow said when you get married, I can't wait till we do that thing on marriage, Lady Bell. When you get married, when you walk down the aisle, when the father brings you down the aisle, the officiant, the first person he addressed is the father, mm-hmm. who gives this woman to this man. Mm-hmm. Then he said, then the second person, the father says, I do, hand the daughter over to the groom. Then he says, I'm just paraphrasing, before we do this, before we join them in holy matrimony, do anybody feel that this couple should not be married? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Now, my belief and my understanding, my opinion, my experience on that is, if you think they shouldn't be married, and of course we know, I think I've been to one wedding where somebody stood up and said, they don't need it. They don't need to get married. Yeah, and it was the mama. It was the mama. And so most of the time people ain't gonna say it, even though we might think it. People thought we shouldn't have got married. But 28 years later, I'm blessed. I won. #I won. We won.
I won. I was going to say I won too.
We won. But speak now, forever hold your peace. My belief in that is, if you know it's a situation, confront it now. Or if you confront it before they got married, you talk to them about, now you leave it alone. You don't say nothing. But then when the wedding is ending, he said, before the vows start, he said, before God and all of these
witnesses.
Before God and all of these
witnesses. Okay,
so if it said keep people out of your marital problems, no, you took your vows before God and all of these witnesses. Mm-hmm. So when you have a problem, no, you don't share it on social media. You don't share it to the world, but you should
share it with Keisha.
You should have that safe space, that circle of people who you have built relationships with, that you can go to, because, hey, you witness. Hey, me and Vicky having some problem. I'm talking to my boys who came to the wedding. You witness. Now, see, your job as a witness, no, Rob, you made a vow. Mm-hmm. I heard you say this or that. You made a vow. So no, you got to go to you have to go to your safe place. You have to go to your community. Mm-hmm. If we're building real relationships, right. This thing, marriage, ain't just between me and you. Mm-hmm. Because we did this before God and all these witnesses. Just like we said, when you get divorced, everybody hurts.
Yeah.
So when we get married, we did this before witnesses.
Yep.
So those witnesses, if you see me commit a crime and you're summoned to court, you got to say what you saw. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing we'll go to court and get divorced, and we don't want to call anybody to court and say, just like you say, before you get married, you should, when you're courting, you should bring that. Hey, bring mama on the stand. Is your son a good son? Was he an obedient son? Do he like to work? Do he have any manners? Do he have any self-control? Do he have any anger issues? Bring the daddy, bring the sisters, and you need to bring them and have them testify before you get married. The same thing before you get divorced. No, I was a witness. Y'all said for better or for worse. Mm-hmm. Y'all said for rich and the poor. But no, people do have a right to get in your business. Mm-hmm. Not everybody. I'm talking about if I invited you to be a witness, I feel, my opinion, you have the right to challenge me. Hey, Rob, I seen you. No, you married. Mm-hmm. You married and you made a vow to Vicky. Now, what you doing ain't right, or what you said ain't right. Mm-hmm. What you thinking ain't right. I think that's what. But see, we don't hold people accountable to their vows. Mm-hmm. But I think to a degree we do have a right to say something.
Yeah, I agree.
And when they fall apart, we'll say, "Oh, look at them. They thought there was all that. They fell apart, and this and that." And we can say all that. No, don't beat them down when they're going through stuff. Right. Go build them up.
Right.
You good on that one, Lady Bell?
Yes, sir.
Because this goes hand in hand. This one here. Mm-hmm. These some good ones some people sent me. I love this one too. Read number 13.
Divorce ain't in our vocabulary.
Say that again.
Divorce ain't in our vocabulary.
Hey, back in the day, they used to say, "Hey, we don't say the D word. We don't say the D word. Well, what's the D word? We don't even say it. You that deep. You can't even say it. Well, divorce ain't in our vocabulary. We've been married 20 years, and divorce ain't never been in the vocabulary. Well, you probably ain't said the word divorce,
but you thought it.
You thought it. You might ain't said the word divorce. What do you want? Do you want to stay together? Do you want to stay together? Do you want to leave? Do you want to leave? Is you tired of me? Well, here you go. Well, what we gonna do? Well, what we gonna do? What do you mean? What we gonna do? Divorce ain't in our vocabulary.
Yeah, when I hear people say that, and especially when they say that to young couples, that's
never say the D word. Never say the D word. Don't put that in the atmosphere. Don't because once you say it, the devil gonna take a hold of it, and you open up a door for the devil. I never give the devil that much power, Lady Bell. Mm-hmm. I will never. If greater is he that is in me, that's what for my Bible. Leave my Bible reader. If greater is he that is in you, that's he in the world. Mm-hmm. If you've been washed in the blood and you've been anointed, and you filled with the Holy Ghost and all that other stuff you say, how do the devil got more power? Why are you worried about the devil coming in and destroying your marriage? Is greater? You're a lion, or are you a sheep? See, that's the problem. Most people are still sheeps. See, but if you a lion, you're not worried about the devil. Mm-hmm. But if you still a sheep and you still buy and still complaining and whining about everything, yeah, maybe that's why you got to stay in the group. No longer should I be a sheep. Become a lion in 2025. You must become that's Mustafa. That's Mustafa. You must be a Mustafa in 2025. Next one, Lady Bell. Jump to this is good after what I just said. Jump to 15. Read 15 for me.
All you need is God and Jesus.
All you need is God and Jesus. Is that all you need? Spiritual myth or truth? All you need is God. Because I'm about to jump on it.
I think you need a little bit more. You know, you need tools and skills that go along with God and Jesus. You need some help sometimes, and God may supply that help in different ways. I think, like we talked about, conflict resolution, communication. You need the tools to help with a marriage. So, you know, the spiritual, I don't want to call it spiritual mumbo jumbo, but God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, but you need a little bit more than that. You know, if you got God and Jesus in your marriage, then you should have a softer tongue to turn away wrath. Ooh. If you have God and Jesus, I mean, you should have other tools in your tool belt to help you through those difficult times. Because I've seen a lot of marriages that have the Holy Spirit working in them, but they still fall apart. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, look at all the bishops and the pastors and the preachers that are getting divorces. Did they have God and Jesus in their marriage? You know, only they can answer that, but it's something worth discussing. You know, when you know all I need, and I know what you're saying, because we have a lot of friends that when we come up through the church, all I need is Jesus. All I need is God. Sometimes that just quite isn't enough. Go ahead, I'll let you go. I'll let you. You look like you ready to bust. Go ahead.
I'm ready. As you was talking, I was like, do I want to save that? So I'm going to save, but I want to say what I'm going to catapult what you said. You're going to, all you need is God. It says, these are, people say, well, if I just had more patience, I'm praying for patience. No, the Bible says the fruit of the Spirit is patience. God just don't come and wave a wand or bewitch and wiggle no, and now Vicky got patience.
That's right. It doesn't work like that.
It don't work like that. So you have to grow. You have to grow in patience. My God, I wish I had your patience. You don't have the patience you don't have in 28 years to be. See that's God working through her patience to deal with me and to understand me and to have patience with me. You know, that's God working through her. But I believe you need more than God, but we're going to do more in depth of that, Lady Bell, at some other time. I don't want to get too deep on that. I think we read this one last week. Couples don't fight or argue in healthy, happy marriages.
I don't agree with that at all. I don't.
So I don't care how happy you is, you're going to argue. I don't care. I don't care how healthy you are. You're going to have some disagreements. You're going to have some arguments. You're going to butt heads. You're going to have some fights. And I'm not talking about physical fights. I'm talking about you're going to have some foxhole moments.
Yeah, I mean, because we're coming up on 28 years of marriage in a few weeks. So you and I are not the same people that we were when we first got married. So yeah, disagreements are gonna come. You might say, well, Vicky, you always like it like that. Well, I don't like that anymore. I can't eat chocolate ice cream anymore. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you change.
You change. And like you said, but like you said, when you say, do happy or healthy marriage have arguments, disagreements, fights? Yes, they do. And see, when you hear the word, and I say this all the time, when you people say, y'all happy? Yeah, we happy. See, when you hear people say happy, assuming they say like, oh, they act like that. Happy doesn't mean perfect.
No, it doesn't.
I got a great wife. That don't mean she's perfect.
Right.
She got a great husband. Don't mean I'm perfect. We got a great relationship. That doesn't mean perfect.
Right.
You're gonna have some disagreement. You're gonna have some argument. You're gonna go toe to toe. You're gonna fight. And you're talking about two individuals trying to live this thing out. You looking at them couples who've been married 30, 40, 50, 60 years. You think they ain't been through some things? You think they ain't been through some stuff? Mm-hmm. You think they just happy, healthy, and they ain't done nothing but be happy and healthy and holy? No, happy don't mean perfect.
No, it does not.
We doing good don't mean perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, ain't nobody perfect, but she's perfect for me. Where I am weak, she is strong. I like this one, Vicky. This follows that one. Marriage counseling or therapy is a waste of time or a sign of weakness.
I don't agree with that at all. I think it's very good to get marriage counseling. I think it's a really good use of your time, because sometimes you need to talk through some things and you need a moderator, somebody with an unbiased opinion to help you through whatever you may be navigating through at that point in time. I think marriage counseling is great.
I think marriage counseling, I think marriage therapy. That's what I love about this generation. See, like this generation, even like say, by us being the blended family, and we had our issues. We went to family therapy. We went. The children went to therapy. I like the fact that now, I think they're all going to therapy now. Even in their adulthood, they're still, they're working out their issues. And I think that's great that they're going to therapy. But no, therapy and counseling is a great thing to do. Is not a weak thing. Don't wait till the ultimatum part of going to, when somebody don't give you an ultimatum. Gentlemen, the Bible says, love your wife as the weaker vessel. I don't care how many degrees she got. She's the weaker vessel. I don't care how much she makes. She's the weaker vessel. I don't care if she's a supervisor, director, vice president on her job. She's the weaker vessel. She got a master's degrees in 2 doctrines. She is the weaker vessel. Study your wife. Study her so you can dwell with her according to knowledge as you study her. She says she's the alpha female. I'm an alpha female. She's the weaker vessel. Honor her as the weaker vessel. If you got to make an appointment to go see the therapist, if you have to make an appointment for the family counselor or a family session, make the appointment, gentlemen. If there are conferences in your neighborhood, like Vicky was saying earlier, I always look for marriage conferences to book us to go to. Yeah. I look for, if we need counseling, I have no problem with scheduling counseling if we need counseling. We got people in our life that we talk to. We got mentors in our life that we talk to. We have no problem with going to people if we need help. I have no problem with crying out or asking for help. Gentlemen, young men, do not be afraid to ask for help. Wives, when your husband is asking for help,
support him.
Support him. Lady Bell said earlier, a soft answer turneth away wrath. When he come to you and say, baby, I'm feeling weak. Baby, I'm not feeling my best. Support him. Support him and answer him with a soft wrath. Don't, man, what word do I want to use?
Don't belittle him.
Don't belittle him when he come to you in that moment of weakness, trying to save home.
The next one is one of your favorites.
Which one?
Number 18.
Did we do that one last week? Go ahead, though. Hit on it right quick.
You think we did?
I don't know. Just hit on it.
Pastor is your spiritual head.
Pastor is your spiritual head. Right quick. Husband, like I just said, study, dwell with her according to knowledge. You are your wife's spiritual head. Two key words we learned during the pandemic. Essential and non-essential. And ever since I heard those 2 words since 2020, when we sitting down and we having our time of talking, getting stuff together, whatever we dealing with, now I categorize in her life, where am I essential at and where am I non-essential? Where are you essential in her life and where are you non-essential? If your wife needs to lose weight and you need to lose weight, but your wife is getting up going to the gym and you're not, and you need to lose at least, come on, brother, it's January 25th. I know you need to lose at least 10 pounds and your wife is going to the gym and you're not. You don't want to walk around the block. You don't want to do a leg lift. You don't want to do a jumping jack.
A squat.
You don't want to do a squat. You got to figure, where am I essential at? You are her spiritual head. No one should be praying for your wife more than you. Are you essential? She's having some health issues. The doctor told her she needed to lose 10 or 15 pounds. The baby, don't go to the gym. I got you. I got you. We're going to get these 10,000 steps in. Baby, I got you. I can only do 10 jumping jacks today, but by the middle of the year, baby, we're going to be up to 100 jumping jacks and 20 squats. I got you. You don't need to run to the gym and get Tyrone $200 a month. You need prayer, baby. You stressed out. You got some worries. Your heart is hurting. You got some spiritual concern. Baby, I can pray for you. I can do that. I'm your spiritual. You got to be nobody. Look, gentlemen, where are you essential at? Since 2020, I look at this woman. Where am I essential? Where am I non-essential? And if somebody's in a space where I should be essential, no, whatever I got to do, I need to be essential in that area of your life. Are you essential in her life? Yes, you are her spiritual head, not the pastor, not the bishop, not the apostle, not the prophet, not the prophetess, not the praying, wailing women of the church, not the Proverbs 31 group. You are husband. You are her spiritual head. I don't know how to pray. Yes, you do. God, bless my wife. That's all you got to say. God, fill her with some love. Fill her with some joy. Let me be essential in her life. You are her spiritual head. Sorry about that. We are alone, Lady Bell. Spiritual myth or truth. Like I said earlier in an earlier podcast, a lot of people when we start getting into marital problems, we start having our marital issues. Sometimes you feel like we the only one that's going through stuff. Keisha and Tyrone happy. Jan and Joe is happy. Ken and Karen is happy, and Karen in everybody's business, and Ken and Karen is still happy. Why are we the only one unhappy? Why are we the only one going through this? You are not alone. That's a marital myth that when you're going through something, we the only one that's going through this. No, we're all going through something. But we're learning how to handle it. We're learning how to work through it. We're learning how to be better and righter this time. What else we got left, Lady Bell? Did we cover them all? Here, I like this one before we wrap up. 14. 3 minutes. Oneness equals sameness.
No.
Oneness equals sameness. Because you get these couples that say, I'm my own person. I'm my own person. And this, and that. Yeah, you can still be one, but not the same.
Exactly.
You can still be your individual self. You can still have your own personalities and your own uniqueness. But you're still that when we say 1 + 1 = 1, that's just what we say.
That's the unity. Just a reminder of the unity.
Lady Bell, you took the words right out of my mouth. Where I'm weak, you are strong. Thank you. But no, you can be one and not still and not don't mean you're the same. Mm-hmm. If all the ball players on the team if everybody just took 3-point shots, then everybody's the same. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to be able to drive. Somebody got to be able to drive in and make a layup. Somebody got to be able to play some defense, different styles of defense. But we're still on the same team. We're still one team. We're still one team, the same team, but we still different.
Yeah.
I'll give you a good example of different. I'm loud, as y'all might figure out. For those who know me, I'm loud. Lady Bell is very quiet, very soft-spoken, and we volunteered to elementary school, so the kids know, Mr. Bell, you're loud, and Mrs. Bell is quiet. And so I'm like, would you guys like for me to be quiet and for Mrs. Bell to be loud? And it was like all of them simultaneously like, Mr. Bell, you can't be quiet. And look at Mrs. Bell. She's even quiet now. So still one, but we're not the same. She don't try to be loud like me and I don't try to be, I try to be quiet, but it don't work.
It just don't work.
I try to be quiet even now. They're teaching me how to be quiet as I talk on this mic and talk through this mic. I think I'm getting better.
You are.
I'm getting better, but oneness is not the sameness, but we do believe in being one. Mm-hmm. One, always home first, always her first, always me first. So, and that's why we get the thing from 1 + 1 = 1. That means, just like Lady Bell said, unity. Even though it's two of us, oneness equals sameness. Even though it's two of us, but it's still one, but it's still two of us. 1 1,000, the Bible says, if one can put 1,000 to fight, if one can beat 1,000, what can two do? Two can put 10,000. One team, same team. Team Bell. We out.
We out.
No limit to the limit. Welcome to Marriage Bootcamp. No limit to the limit with Robert and Vicki Bell. I thought I told you. No limit to the limit, for better or for worse. No limit to the limit, for richer or poor. No limit to the limit in sickness and health. I thought I told you to love and cherish until death do you part. 1 + 1 =
1.
2 is bigger, but it's
Still 1.
1 1,000, but 2
10,000.
Team Bell, Rob and Vicki Bell, Hot 702.5.
We out.